Good morning and welcome to Scottish Car Enthusiasts TV vlog, and I just thought I'd update you on sort of channels I watch on YouTube. So I'm just leaving the honest tuna Musselburgh down in East Lothian, and just had a time out just to think to myself, time to meditate, just time to forget the worries of the world. But it's quite known to me even now that I've spent the last year in lockdown, or various lockdowns, and my YouTube content has increased, and I just thought I'd run through some of the channels that I watch, and maybe you'd like to have a wee look at as well at the same time. So the first channel that I've stuck with for the last few years has always been Mighty Car Mods. It was probably the first automotive YouTube channel I watched, and that's, if you've not seen that, in Mighty Car Mods there's a couple of Australian guys who buy nuggets of cars, or like, and transform them, modify them, transform them. They're also currently at the minute working on a Audi RS3 that they're modifying, and I'll probably be doing some challenges on that. The second channel that I tend to watch, or have watched for the last few years, has been Sarah Entuned. Sarah's an American YouTuber based out in Arizona, and she's got a few project cars on the go. She's got a Ford Focus that she's turning into a rally car, she's got a Toyota MR2, an Audi TT, what else has she got? She's got her Subaru Forester, and she's also currently working on her sister's Nissan Navara pickup, sorry, four-wheel drive, just uprating parts for her to make it a good car. So I've been watching her from the start. So my next channel I tend to watch is Hubnut. Hubnut inspired me to start this YouTube channel a wee bit, thinking that if he could film himself talking about cars, then maybe I could as well. Hubnut celebrates the average cars, the cars that nobody would think anything of. So currently on his fleet he's got an Alt-Sit, a Yugo Sana, a Reliant Fox, a Nissan Primera, what else has he got? A Citroen GSA, an Invacar from the 70s. If you don't know what an Invacar is, an Invacar was a mobility car for disabled people, to give them a wee bit of freedom. I'm just trying to think what else he's got. I think I've mentioned all that he's got in the fleet. Well, if I've forgotten anything, then when you can find out what else he's got in the fleet. But he also does like car tinkering videos, and he does car reviews of cars that, as I said before, people wouldn't give two hoots about. The next channel I tend to watch is, it's two channels linked, is all Agatha Allegro, and his camper van channel, Pearl the Eldest Camper Van. I've been watching the Allegro channel for probably coming up for about a year now since it started, so I've been dipping into that. So just follows the exploits of a Allegro, and Rick's also got a Land Rover as well, but he's also had in the past a Maestro, and he also does like Agatha Meets, and maybe I'll pop along and see and review cars that, like an Austin Princess, and I think it was an MG. And then linking into that is his camper van channel, Pearl the Eldest Camper Van. So I quite like. I just subscribed because he'd posted up a link to it, and it's actually quite good to watch. I don't like to have expensive holidays. I like to do caravan holidays, and I just like this. Going on a holiday where you could be your own boss, and ideally I would like to have a motorhome at some point. I can't see that happening anytime soon. But I really do enjoy his channel, just watching him making some little modifications to the camper van, and that. My next channel that I tend to watch is Furious Driving. So that's a channel which basically focuses on car reviews and tinkering, and that's an interesting channel. There's a few cars on Matt's fleet which are a Rover 2000, two Rover 2000s, and what else has he got? I should know this. A Rover Tomcat, a Rover convertible, an Alfa Romeo, and a Volvo. So if you like your old Volvos, your old Alfa 145s, Rover 2000s, then that's maybe a channel for you to watch. I hope you can hear this video. I'm just come up road with cobbles. We should be off it now. A wee minute or two. Next channel I tend to watch is That Fez Girl, or Cait Platt I think it's called now. That Fez Girl started off as a channel based on her Fiesta ST. It's now going to probably be more focused towards her Audi S1. Leading into that, I'll also watch her friend's channel, Rachel Buckley, who has a Mark 8 Fiesta ST. Give these two channels a wee watch. The next channels I've just started watching recently are the Rubbish Mechanic. I found the Rubbish Mechanic via Furious Driving and Joseph Lloyd Consultant, which I'll lead on to shortly. So the Rubbish Mechanic is a video just where he'll do a few guides to fixing cars, like brakes on certain types of cars. He's also got just earlier videos showed him take apart in a 500 pound car challenge, where he had a Renault 11 called Margot. This has slipped a wee bit because of these cobbles. And his current fleet includes a Mark II Granada, Estate, an Alfa 166 and an Alfa 90. I'm sure something else, but I can't remember. And this leads me on to Joseph Lloyd Vehicle Consultant, for consulting. We follow his channel, not very long, but it's got some interesting content on it. Again, cars from your past, and I'm trying to think what else. And he also does a section called Tweed Jacket Reviews, where he reviews cars. So it's like a car review channel, some vlogs. He also does some quizzes as well on live streams. So this is leading me on to what I'll watch next. I watch a Scottish YouTuber called Retroshade. If you're familiar with the Autoshade forum, apologies for the swearing. And I'm sure Retroshade is a part of that, and he is based up in Scotland, and he focuses on buying rubbish cars, doing them up, welding them, driving them, selling them, and that's sort of interesting. But it's quite therapeutic watching the welding. He also visits a car graveyard called the Kingdom of Rust, away up north somewhere. So give him a watch. Another YouTuber I tend to watch is a guy I found on Hubnut called Endfloat, who's based over in Ireland. He's currently working on an MGB project at the moment, which hasn't run for many a year, and he's currently, last point of call he was working on taking out the pistons in the engine, and I think they're going to get redone. And he's working on this MGB, so that's quite good. He's also got a couple of videos on his golf, how it failed the NCT, the equivalent of the MOT here, and just working on that. And I'm just trying to think what else I'll watch, because YouTube seems to take up more and more of my time now, and I watch it more than telly. So what pull in here, what do you think? Oh, this is a bit crap. See these stupid COVID access spaces for people. Gets on my goat. So there's another, that's my rant for the day. You just get on my goat. I don't know if you can see these wee concrete bollards with two posts sticking out. This is Edinburgh Council's way of pushing out the motorist to allow COVID spaces for people. Basically, they've taken over like a big wide road, and they've stuck in all these concrete bollards with posts just to allow cyclists to be separated from the road and to allow people to walk as well. If you ask me, this is an utter waste of money, and basically them just pushing their way in to say stuff the motorist, and stuff the motorist, and we'll do what we want. We're a council. Another channel I tend to watch is Once Driven Forever Smitten. That's a channel based on old Vauxhalls. Now, I'm not really a Vauxhall man. I've had one Vauxhall in my driving experience. But if you like your old school Vauxhalls, like Cavaliers, Astras, Carltons, and give that channel a watch. Now that channel's run by Dougie, who used to be the editor of Total Vauxhall magazine a few years ago, Dougie Rankin. So if you like your old school Vauxhalls, then give that one a watch. I also watch Rauf Cars. I tend to dip into that one. I usually tend to watch it for the micro content. He's built a sleeper micro, which produces something like about 130-140 horsepower out of 1.4 engine, running on, I think it's running on bike carbs, or bike cams, and it's something else. I mean, if you pass it in the straight, it just looks like a bog standard micro. It's on 14-inch wheel trims. The exhaust doesn't look the exhaust has been made so it looks stock. and you wouldn't suspect it. And it redlines up to about 8,000 or something like that. It's pretty neat. I'm just trying to think what else I tend to watch. I watch so many YouTube channels. I forget what I watch. I tend to dip in and out of Big Car. He does like car stories on, say, the history of the Ford Escort, or the, I'm trying to think what else he's done recently. History of the Peugeot 309, for example. So that's usually an entertaining good watch as well. But as I tend to dip in and out of that. If there's anything else I watch, I've got that many channels, as I said, that it could be quite difficult to keep up. I think that's the main ones anyway. Yeah, that's the main ones I tend to watch. What I'll try and do is I'll try and put up I'll tag every channel I watch in the tag section of the video. If you're looking to get into these channels, or looking for something to do, or you've ran out of YouTube channels to watch. But I just thought I'd do a quick wee review. There's probably ones I've missed out that I do watch, and if I do, I'll tag them in as well. So apologies if I've missed out your channel that I watch. But I'd just like to thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe at Scottish Car Enthusiasts on TV, and don't forget to check out our Facebook and Instagram pages. But for a moment, I shall bid you a farewell.